The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by Lloyd's Construction and Consulting, providing first-class construction services on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. Let's go. Here we go. Sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. We do it each and every day. Mine is Tuesday Beef. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. What does the prize pack include today,
hell
sir?
yes, we do, Danny.
Oh, goodness.
At the end of the 10-minute drill, stay tuned because one very fortunate Guggen is going to go home with a prize pack that features a $25 gift card to famous Quick Lube. You can use it towards oil changes and other services. You can head out to their location on Blanding today, noon to 3, pal around with the boys from the Lunch Bunch and score one of those Trevor Town headbands. We'll also throw in a family 4-pack of vouchers to go to a Jumbo Shrimp home game of your choosing.
Nothing like the Lunch Bunch. Listen, gang, a couple things stood out to me about the Jaguars on the field yesterday. Number one, Urban calling out DJ Chark, and it's
and Chark responding.
Make no mistake, he called him out. When you tell a football player you're big but you play small, that's insulting.
Well, good.
And DJ Chark responded by gaining 7 pounds of muscle and ready to go, and he was matter of fact in his press conference. So
said he liked the challenge.
Yeah. So you know what? Good for him.
That's what coaches are supposed to do, right? Yeah. Not mumble their way through a football season.
Yeah, he was, up front and told them, and I don't know. Yeah, some people like it, some people don't. Does that work in this day and age? We'll find out.
It worked with Chark, at least how he's responded.
We'll see. We'll see what the numbers say. That's ultimately what matters most. But, yeah, he so far so good for DJ Chark, and he didn't have a good year last year. We saw it, and his body language was terrible at times. We all saw it. I mean, we all know. We all said it.
It can be held accountable now.
Yeah.
There's been not a lot of accountability down there.
Yeah, so that's number one. And then number two, no Minshew, as we sort of surmised yesterday morning.
Yeah. Said he's been given a personal day, but
it was a source of a lot of speculation.
No, I think Minshew wants out. I mean, I don't think that's a big secret.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is he going to be back Monday? I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, but yeah, and again, does that matter in the grand scheme of things? No. And should Minshew want out? Yes. And should the Jags get rid of Minshew? Yes.
And should they get something for him? Yes.
Yes, they should. Yeah, all this should be happening. And
it doesn't have to be a ton. Get a 5th, 6th rounder, at least what you paid for him, and I would root for Gardner Minshew wherever he goes. So I hope it works out. He did an awful lot with the garbage pail they gave him. All things considered, the entirety of the organization, the talent around him, the instruction he was getting, the chaos that's been down there. I thought he did pretty good, all things
so
considered.
Kind of the two storylines I thought coming out of OTA number whatever it was yesterday.
Yeah, and Trevor being quote sharp, but I mean you would expect that. They're in shorts and t-shirts.
I was thinking
I'll vet him in September, Dan. Right.
I mean, and it's like when you practice every day.
Yeah, you're gonna have some misses.
I think I always think of this like much different level. But my son will come home and I'll say, "How'd you throw today?" "Oh man, I had some good throws today. I was good." Okay, and then it comes home another day. I say, "How'd you throw today?"
Yeah.
I go, "What do you mean,
Yeah.
No, I go, "What was wrong?" I don't know.
You could watch Steph Curry in a 3-point contest and catch him and he misses 4 in a row and think that guy can't shoot.
Right.
It happens.
Right. It happens. The great ones rise up when it matters most.
Yeah.
So when Steph Curry's in the 3-point shooting contest, guess what?
Yeah, he wins.
I'm winning this one.
Yeah. Right.
And you think that's what will happen with Trevor Lawrence when he takes the field?
I think Trevor Lawrence is going to. Anything that I'm worried about in the Jaguars organization, last on the list is Trevor Lawrence and his ability to play the quarterback position. So I'm more thrilled and exhilarated by each and every little sign and nuance I get from Urban Meyer, Dan. It is such a rapid departure from anything we've had around here in 20 years.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. Look, it's easy to get excited while we're painting the house. What's it going to look like on the inside? Right. We'll find that out.
Yeah.
I have a morbid fascination with the decline of superstars as much as I have the joy of watching them ascend. Like I do. I have this morbid fascination of like, okay, he's done. Okay, that's it. And right now, for the first time in my life, I would say if I had a basketball series coming up next, if I were the Phoenix Suns, I'd rather have Devin Booker than LeBron James.
Wow.
And I mean that. I think Devin Booker would be more valuable to a basketball team right now trying to win a championship than LeBron James is. Mm-hmm. And that's the first time that's happened in 15 years. It's the first time in 15 years that LeBron and anybody are going to at least go to the finals.
I saw one thing. LeBron is who does the games with Kevin Harlan?
Was it Jimmy Jackson maybe?
Jimmy Jackson.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoy him. And he reminds me a little bit of Grant Hill.
He does. They sound alike. Yeah.
I didn't know Grant Hill, by the way, was an owner of the Hawks.
I did.
I didn't like that.
I know. I did. I liked it a lot.
I wanted the Knicks
went with
fans
the winner.
to take a sledgehammer to his bad foot.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Yeah. Matter of fact, he kicked Spike Lee out of the building. Get out of here.
I don't like that. So Grant Hill.
Spike Lee's early on his own, by the way. He's that kind of fan.
Yeah, Hill can go to hell.
Well, fine.
As far as Hill and hell kind of go together.
He'll be taking a second-round trip with him.
But anyway, I digress. Still a little bitter. Also enjoy all the, okay, now that the season's over, okay, here's what we need to do.
Yeah, I read that yesterday.
Do this, do that, yeah.
There's not a lot there to help. You're pretty much going to have to kind of re-up what you did and then maybe use the next year, aren't you?
Well,
unless you get a trade.
They need to get a point guard. That's the thing.
Yeah,
but we've been looking for.
My point is there's not a lot out there.
There's enough.
Schroeder, Ball. Did that make a difference?
Ball.
You win the first round of the series if you had Ball?
I'd rather have Ball.
Yeah.
Because Rose is a 6. Rose can't play as much as he used to.
Rose, he fatigued down the tail end. I mean, he was unbelievable the first couple of games.
That's what I mean.
And by the last 2 or 3 games, he was just a guy.
And then, of course, they'll say they signed this guy from Argentina, but he's 20. I don't know
Doesn't
what
really play. I know what you're talking about.
he might need a year. Chris Paul apparently is going to decline his player option.
He said, I heard Chris Paul say that he has more fun with his team than any team he's ever been on.
So it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Maybe he'll stay.
Either Chris Paul or then they think, if Kyle Lowry, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I digress. We were talking about legends of the fall. That's kind of the topic. Yeah, that was good.
I see he likes that, ladies and gentlemen.
I sort of stumbled on that.
A big
I'll be
smile
honest.
on his face.
Legends of the fall.
Brought him some
Jeff has a morbid fascination with legends of the fall.
I do. And
so
we've
Jimmy
done it with
Jackson,
Brady, right? We all do to a certain
Jimmy
extent.
Jackson was pointing out on the passes. LeBron was posting up, which was good. They want LeBron to post up. He's a huge guy. They always want him to take it to the hole and post up.
And he shot nothing but threes this series.
He posts up, but he passes. He goes, he's still a pass-first guy. And he goes, 18 post-ups in the series, 12 passes. And that doesn't make sense, man, especially when AD's out.
Especially guys you're throwing to aren't any good.
Right.
The Lakers, look, they kind of fooled themselves, I think, last year with the success. Their support, they shouldn't have rerun it with Kuzma and Caldwell Pope, and those guys aren't good enough, man.
Well, they got Schroeder, and
Schroeder,
he had a decent game. I mean,
he's a decent player. Yeah. He's not a difference maker.
No.
But I will say this: 5 years ago, LeBron with those same guys would have won. That's my point. And look, that's not. Yeah, and that's not genius. He's old. I mean, I get it. He's not the guy. He doesn't have the same, physicality, the same, ability. And he's never been like the good sport guy. So it's going to be easy to turn on him late in his career.
They ripped him because he walked off.
He walks right off. Go tell the other guy, good game.
Yeah, why was that?
He does that. He's always done that. That's his MO. So people, they'll key on that a little bit as he. And again, my morbid fascination is not to condemn the guy and bang on him.
Here's the interesting thing, though, that you say this about LeBron now.
Yeah.
And I'll ask you because I'm pretty sure as late as February, we were talking about LeBron being the MVP.
And what's my dream world of MVP announcements?
After the playoffs. Yeah. But that's not the way it works.
I know.
Me, we're talking about LeBron being the best. He's still the best basketball player in this game.
Yeah, he's not, though.
Now you say he's not.
Yeah, we're wrong.
Okay.
Well, he was for a stretch.
Yeah.
It was pretty good there for a while for the Lakers.
There was a stretch there where Steph was, but in the end, neither one of them was the MVP.
Yeah.
And then
LeBron will be top 5.
And then I'm watching this other game, and this big, goofy dude.
It's unbelievable.
He gets the ball underneath the basket. He's like Frankenstein.
Yeah, I know.
And boom, boom.
And he scores.
And he throws the ball off the backboard, and some slappy from Portland is giggling as he falls backwards and falls down and turns it over. And I'm like, yep, there's your MVP.
It defies convention.
He's unbeliable, though. He's really good. He does not. He is the least intimidating superstar I think I've seen in any sport.
And Portland is taking it to him good in the third quarter. I mean, I'm watching.
They're up
Portland's
like 13 points,
smoking. Yeah. And all of a sudden, Denver starts chipping away, and they don't have Murray, but they do. I forgot about Aaron Gordon. And, they got some good pieces there. There's some good. Now, again, for me, I love it. If we can get the Nets out, too, I'd love nothing would make me happier than Milwaukee.
The Bucks could beat them.
Milwaukee-Utah final in the NBA.
Hey, as a guy sitting on the other side of the bracket with hopes that maybe Joel Embiid can go the way of Anthony Davis, I, too, would like the Bucks to win.
Utah and who, Dan?
I think is it Milwaukee beef?
Actually, it's pronounced Milwaukee, which is Algonquin for the good land.
Yeah. But anyway, to wrap up the Legends of the Fall, you look at LeBron. This guy has played forever, man.
He's a great.
What is he, like 18 years?
Yeah, he's a great.
Is he 18? Is that 18? Was this his 18th
probably
year?
This is his
05.
18th season,
Yeah.
yes. It was 03 draft.
Wow.
18th season. He's played like 3,558 playoff games, it feels like.
He's got to have played
I
more.
think it's 260. It's the most playoff games of anyone.
Right.
It's
all
200. I think
time.
it's 266, I want to say.
Yeah,
it's an insane amount of playoff games.
Think about that. That's like another 3 years of basketball.
Like legitimately. And then you're not even considering.
And by the way, those are 3 seasons you're actually playing hard.
And by the way, yeah, and that's not counting the years he slid in for like international play with Team USA.
When they do the beef, when they do the all-time
266 playoff games.
When they do the all-time scoring leaders points-wise, do they factor in playoff points or two or no?
No, but he's the all-time playoff point scoring leader as well.
Yeah, he's third all-time.
But they do not do a total.
He's a great. I'm not in any way trying to diminish LeBron James' legacy. It's just.
I know.
Look, like you said, he was the MVP. I still was under the impression that he still, at his age, was the dominant force that he once was, and he's not, or they would have contended in that series. They didn't just lose, Dan. They got blown out the last 2 games.
No, I hear you.
And then LeBron James used to say, look, he's never lost a first-round series. He's had teams worse than this one.
How close do you think the gap is between LeBron at number 1 and Michael Jordan at number 2 for postseason scoring?
Postseason scoring?
Well, LeBron's played so many more games than Jordan did. That's probably pretty significant. How many points does LeBron have?
7,631 postseason points.
Jordan's got like 6,200.
Close. He's got 5,987.
Yeah.
That's not
But
that
who
surprising
averaged
to me.
more per game?
That's a good question.
I'm going to say it's Jordan. So.
Yeah, LeBron's had a lot of 40-point games in the playoffs through the years too, but
and give me and then as long
never
as you're
lost
at
a
it,
first-round series.
Yeah, 14-1 now until today.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And while you're at it, then give me the one-loss record of all those games.
Well,
I bet the percentage is a little bit better with the first guy.
Jordan's 1,000 times. Jordan's better than LeBron, and today's era, that's grown up with LeBron, it's fine to think that he's the GOAT too.
By the way, points per game.
Yeah.
You're right. Jordan 33 and change. Number 1 all time.
Yeah.
Postseason points
What's
per game.
LeBron,
LeBron
like
5th all
25?
time, 28.6.
28?
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's still very good.
ahead
LeBron's
of
a great
Iverson,
all-around
Durant,
player,
and Jerry
dude.
West.
LeBron is on Mount Rushmore.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. I know. I hear
yeah,
you. You're just saying he's not the same.
Well, and again, that's not a genius take. He's older, but because of what you said, because he looked like an MVP 3 months ago, I think
that
it's not enough anymore to have LeBron and whoever. And for years, you could have put LeBron on the worst team in the East. They literally would have won the conference.
I wonder if mentally at all the injury, because LeBron is Superman. He never got hurt.
Not very often. Yeah.
I mean, what do you have? Remember the back?
Well, and he had 2 years ago. He sat out most of that first season in L.A. and drank wine instead of going to the games.
The back in Cleveland, he took a little time off, but but this one was like, he was flopping around like a fish on that court. He was hurt. It was like, whoa. So anyway, we'll see. But yeah, they're out. Lake Show is done.
Good. I hate the Lakers. I'm glad they lost. Go on. Get out of here.
Spicy.
Suns are easy to root for. They're fun to watch.
Uh-huh.
I like Chris Paul. I like Devin Booker. I'll 1,000% pull for the Suns the rest of the way in the West. Who would you guys root for in the West?
I don't.
It's easy now because people love rooting for the underdogs. That's all we're going to have left. We're going to have Dallas and Denver and Utah and Phoenix. Wow. Where are the Lakers? Where are Golden State? Where's San Antonio?
Did you see what the SEC did yesterday?
The SEC yesterday, they
allowed
announced that they are going to move their base of operations to Des Moines.
They allowed players who transfer
I don't like that.
within the conference to have immediate eligibility.
I don't like that.
I don't either. I don't like okay, I'm on a crappy team in the SEC. I'm a good player. I'm going to Alabama.
Right. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. And then
Because the guys that weren't
gosh,
recruited.
we need a veteran linebacker.
Sure.
Call the Tennessee kid.
Yeah, I hate it. I think it's a dumb idea.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'm okay with
outside the conference.
I'm okay.
Me too.
I mean, I'm okay with one transfer per, kid can transfer one time and be eligible right away. I'm cool with that. But it just seems a little, I don't know, it's just going to make it tougher for the have-nots. It's just going to make it tougher. If you rise to stardom with a have-not, you're going to go, wait a minute.
I was surprised that the SEC did that. I don't know why they would. It makes no sense to allow that kind of chaos within the conference. If your guy's unhappy, could go play for Miami or FSU or Ohio State or anywhere in the country. He doesn't need to go play. He doesn't need to leave Mississippi State for Georgia.
Yeah.
And look, I don't mean to be a hypocrite about it. Florida, Georgia, they've utilized players from within the conference.
Sure.
Right? I mean, a bunch of them.
Yeah, 100%. But anyway, I thought that was interesting.
I mean, Brent Cox down there from Florida, maybe the best defensive player, came from Georgia.
That's correct.
But he had to sit a year.
Correct.
So that should matter.
I think so. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm surprised they did that. I really am. I'm more than surprised. That was dumb.
I thought so too. So anyway, that occurred yesterday. So we shall see. Somebody was asking me about the Packers again the other day, and I said, well, right now it doesn't matter. But when they said, well, what do you think? I said, I think I've reversed my course. I think now that Aaron Rodgers will play for Green Bay this year, but it gets dicey when we get to training camp. That's when things get dicey. It doesn't matter if it'll be a story when he skips the mandatory minicamp, but it doesn't matter.
Let me tell you what Green Bay Packer fan where they are on this now.
They've turned on him.
Let him sit. Don't pay him. Let him Le'Veon Bell. We'll play Jordan Love, and we'll trade him next offseason.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. Go ahead and sit. By the way, this one's going to be a hard one to win for a couple of reasons. First, he's just how quirky, odd that he is. And second, the absolute zero need for money. It's hard to motivate. Listen, if you're rich enough that you turn down $600,000 in workout bonuses for not going for 3 weeks to throw the ball around, then you have too much money. Right? That's $500,000 to go to the off-season program for a couple hours a day for 3 weeks.
Right.
And if you turn that down, then I don't think you're being motivated by money. He's got more money he'll ever spend.
That would be correct.
Yeah. So big winner in all this is Danica to get away from that nut job. Poor little broken-hearted girl.
Is she? He break his heart? He break her heart?
I think so.
Now he's with that Shailene Woodley, who's just cuckoo for Cocoa
Puffs. By the way,
that might be a perfect match.
No, it's going to end like every other celebrity pairing with a bunch of bitterness in about 3 years. Come on, man.
Oh, no.
Well, we know, but
they're on the woods
for
picking
now,
mushrooms.
Those two will never be together in 2030.
She'll bring him a nice box lunch at the Jeopardy set.
Yeah, they should, yeah.
The Jeopardy set.
I saw the girl from Big Bang Theory was doing the Jeopardy host.
She's the next villain, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a weird generational thing.
She would be good.
That she's
Who is she?
The girl from the Big Bang Theory.
I think she literally is like isn't she literally her background like rocket science?
Well,
I think that was the deal with her.
she was rear of that show Blossom. You're talking about Mayim Bialik.
Yeah. Oh, that's her, huh?
Yes.
I never knew that.
Yes. And she's I don't remember what degree she has, but she's a genius.
Yeah, right.
Literally.
Yeah. So it fit in perfect for Big Bang, even though she didn't play the role of the genius on that show. Do you watch that show, Hick? Big Bang Theory? Have you ever seen it? I think you'd
probably not.
That's probably one of those that you wouldn't search it out, but you'd probably like it if you saw it. Like Modern Family is for me. I don't search it out, but if it's on, I seem to enjoy it.
Yeah, I doubt it.
She has a doctorate in neuroscience.
That's what I thought. It was something like that.
She's pretty smart.
She's like the dude. Is it the Queen? The guy in Queen who's like an astrophysicist.
Brian May.
Yeah, right.
The guitar player. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like some brilliant.
Yeah. Well, and Dolph Lundgren.
Yes.
It's like a chemistry whiz.
Yes,
he's a genius. But he's also 6'6" and a
He's also Drago. Yeah.
I made a D+ in calculus.
Did you?
Good on you.
Yeah.
Only D I've ever made in my life. Left a scar. Never let it go.
I dropped accounting
Scarlet letter.
at UF.
Maybe I dropped it, actually. Maybe I didn't make the D+. I may have dropped it, too.
Abort!
That's a strategy that's student-friendly but not parent-approved. Parents are never happy when you just give away those that tuition cost for a semester.
Back.
Yeah, no, they don't give you the money back when you drop it. No, they bank that one.
I back that one.
Yeah, it's a good deal. It's a good business model for the colleges, by the way. Very good. All right, that's today's 10-minute drill. We got still so much more to get to as we work our way through this All-American Friday. We have right now for you a $25 gift certificate to Famous Automotive and Quick Lube and a family 4-pack of vouchers for Jumbo Shrimp baseball tickets. Dan, tell folks what the lucky number caller
You got to jump the shark, caller number 1.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't mean Jimmy Mack.
Dial fast.
641-1010. More next.